Hi and welcome to Chris Ryan Golf. We are here at the Belfry once again. We are in the TaylorMade Performance Centre, and the video today is going to stop those dreaded hooks that you might be getting out on the golf course. Just before we get into the video, please make sure you go ahead and follow me on my social media platforms. The details of those should be in the corner of the screen anytime now. You've got Twitter, you've got Instagram, and you've got Facebook. You can connect with me on any of those. This year, it'd be really good if I can get some of your ideas on some videos that you would like me to film going forwards. It'd be really, really good if I can produce some content which has come from suggestions from you guys. So get in touch with me via those. Let me know what you want to do videos on, and hopefully one of your videos will be up online. Right, so a hook shot. We are talking about a shot which for a right-handed golfer starts about on target, or maybe just right of target, and curves viciously to the left. Okay, any of you out there who have hit this shot will know just how destructive it is and just how demoralizing it is out on the golf course. There could be a number of reasons on why you're hitting that golf shot. What we do know, however, is that there is a very, very good chance that the club path is too much to the right of the target. Okay, so that means that relative to your target, whatever that is, that could be the fairway, it could be the green, the club is traveling too much to the right of that target. Couple that with the club face which is too shut relative to that, and we've got our hook. Now, we're not going to address every issue, because to fix the hook in one video will be very difficult. We've got to maybe look at path and face. There's a lot of different ways we can look at it. We're going to try and look at the path of the golf club today, and we're going to try and create a more neutral path. If I can give a golfer a more neutral path, very, very often the club face will start to realign itself to be more in line with that club path. So a hook is often a path which is way to the right, and a face which is extremely close to that. If we can give a golfer a more neutral path, suddenly the club face doesn't need to be as shut, and often even just during practice, the club face starts to, say, realign itself more back to being neutral or less closed. Okay, so we're going to work on the path today. We're going to do quite a simple setup, and it's going to hopefully give you the idea on what you need to feel in your downswing. Right, so I've got an alignment stick. It's actually a club shaft, but I just want you to use an alignment stick or one of your golf clubs and just put that ball to target line. So wherever your target is on the range or a practice area, just put that line down there. Okay, what we're then going to do is going to take another one and we're going to put that at a different angle. Okay, so you can see that is probably not quite 45 degrees, but maybe sort of about 25, 30 degrees inside of this sort of ball to target line. Okay, now what I need you to do is take a starting position and just get your toes equidistant from the ball to target line, only about 3 to 4 inches, okay? And what I'm going to get you to do is just make a backswing as normal. Nothing changes there, okay? Now, the idea on the way down is I want you to achieve two things. The first thing is I want you to get your club shaft parallel to the second one that's on the floor. So that's this one here. So your club shaft has got to be parallel to it. Parallel is the key word. It doesn't have to be on top of it. It can be parallel but inside. So we're just looking at parallel to that, okay? The second point is I want you to try and get the butt of the club to physically hit your right thigh, okay? I'm not talking about being close to it, or I'm trying to get you to physically get the grip of the club to hit your right thigh, okay? So let me just show you what that would be like. So we're just going to go normal setup, backswing, okay? And then as we start down, we're going to make this move, okay? So I can see here how my club is parallel to what's on the floor, and I have physically got the grip in contact with my lead thigh, okay? Let me just do that again for you. So up to the top, and then down, okay? Now what is actually happening here is we're controlling the path of the hands, which in turn is controlling the path of the grip, and we're trying to get the feeling that the hands maybe go out a little bit, that's fine, but then they start to work more in towards your body, so we start to get the club tipping back outside of your hands this way, okay? If we look at that position that we've just done in the drill, okay, this will, I guarantee you, be very, very different to what you see if you were to video your golf swing currently. If you are someone who hooks the golf ball, you may well find that your hands are going out, that's fine, but the club starts to lay down far too late into the golf swing, so we get something that looks a little bit more like this, okay? Hands are maybe a little bit more out, club head is certainly back behind the hands, okay? So what we're trying to do is we need to get the club head more that way. We don't want to do that, however, by keeping the hands where they are and simply moving the club out this way. Because even though I've got the club out there, that's not the right position. What we want to try and do is feel like we bring the hands more in to get the club more out. We're trying to control the hand path or the path of the grip to control the club head, okay? So this is your feeling. You're going to go up to the top and you're going to feel down. Physically put that onto the right thigh and get that club head, or club shaft I should say, parallel to one that's on the ground, okay? This is the feeling I want you to have, Okay, this will be extremely different to what you've currently done. Now, if I do that in slow motion, what you should find is that the motion I'm making causes the club shaft to steepen. Okay, if you are someone who hooks the ball, there's a very, very good chance that during your downswing, the only motion you have is a flattening or a laying off motion of the club shaft to the point where it gets far too much under behind the hands, and from there we can only have a path which is to the right. You're then going to have to over release the club face, and that's where you get your hook from. So it's a static drill, it's a dry drill, there's no golf balls involved, but it's just trying to get the idea what these forearms are doing and how we're trying to control the club shaft. It will, I guarantee you, be an extremely different feeling for you if you have had a history of hitting those hooks. You, as I say, will probably have only had that club laying down in the downswing. We're trying to get the opposite. We're trying to get the feeling of this. Now, do I want you to make this in your golf swing? Do I want the golf swing to look like this? Absolutely not. No, I do not want, when you hit shots, the golf club to be working into the thigh and the club head tipping out that way. It's the feel. The drill is there to create the opposite feel, so you can start to understand the moves you need to make in your golf swing to neutralise it. Okay, so this is only a feel drill, but it's the opposite feel to what you're currently doing, and that is the place to start if you have struggled with a hook. Okay, we don't need to fix it in this drill, we just need to give the golfer the right ideas and the right concept, so when you go to practice, you've got an idea about what you're trying to do with that golf club. Okay, so we're trying to work on path. If you're hooking the ball, you've got a path which is too much to the right. This drill is going to help you neutralise that path and neutralise that ball flight. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. Certainly, I hope it helps. Be good to get your comments. There's a box down there for that. There's also a like button. And if you haven't done already, then please subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free. It's well worth doing. You just won't miss any of the content. Okay, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.